I normally say, we are joined with Billie Dean Thomas, but I want to give you a proper introduction because we are joined by the Grammy-nominated Billie Dean Thomas. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing very well.
Nice.
It's been fantastic chatting with you.
You too.
It's your birthday week.
I'm turned right now, to say the least.
Like, what a perfect way to celebrate the birthday. How has this week been for you?
This week has been absolutely fantastic. Between my birthday, I just dropped a new single. I just felt like it was a good time to kind of throw everything that makes me feel good out to the universe, and just hope to give that exchange of goodness back and forth. So
yeah, 100%.
I'm pumped. Yeah.
I imagine there's some stress leading up to this week, so it must feel nice to just be able to deep breath.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think a big thing, too, is you have all that pent up energy, but getting here and knowing that a lot of the staff are really chill.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasant surprise to see there's not a lot of egos. It's just they want to help and support. And that's the best feeling.
Yeah. So. No, truly. I've noticed that, too. Everyone here is they practice what they preach, for sure.
Literally.
Obviously, we are here at Boston Calling.
Yes.
You're a Boston local yourself. Have you ever been to Boston Calling before?
So this is my first time ever.
No way.
Being at
and
Boston
you're on
Calling.
the lineup.
I know.
Sick.
I'm so excited. So just seeing the whole setup, I've never done before. So I'm more than honored to be here. Yeah.
What's the expectation versus reality like? Because it's freaking huge here.
I did not think that it was going to be this big.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm really, really pleasantly surprised with how incredible the orange stage looks.
Yeah.
Because I've been to some other shows where they're like, okay, local acts, and they kind of do us a little dirty. But here, I feel like we have some top-notch stuff. We have a lot of top-notch support and production team. So I feel really supported.
Yeah, I mean, and they really embrace the Boston community here.
Yeah.
They don't have Boston artists on just to say they did.
Exactly.
They went through and they selected the best of the best, and they definitely are taking care of it.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
Have you been formally? Is this your...
Yeah, I've been going since 2014. It used to be...
Okay.
Actually, you're very familiar. It used to be at Government Center, City Hall Plaza.
I saw the photos.
Yeah.
That's crazy that I'm now there. Yeah, that's
one of the first one I went to, it was, they really had their finger on the pulse. It was before all these artists blew up. It was Bleachers, Lord, 1975, the National, Tame Impala.
The National's one of my favorite bands, by the way.
They headlined.
What?
And, they obviously were popping at the time, but yeah,
that's crazy.
It made, that day I was I'd got to work in music.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm honored then, even more.
I kind of mentioned your work with the mayor's office.
Yeah.
I really do, when I think about the Boston music scene, it's hard not to think about Billie Dean Thomas.
I appreciate it.
You're very ingrained into the scene, so I'm curious, how do you view the scene and how do you see it evolving?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different bags of musicians, but I think definitely speaking for just the local artists who are grinding consistently, putting on their own shows, producing their own events. I think I say it repeatedly every year. Local artists in Boston are cultural producers. They're really building from the ground up every single component. Yesterday I saw Cake Swag, a true testament to intention in every detail, and I feel she just gives me such good energy. And so these are the people that I'm aligned with these folks, and just really proud of the work that we put in, regardless of who's backing us up. We're doing all the work.
Yeah.
So
and it's true, good. There's so many resources here, but at the end of the day, we're not New York City, we're not LA, right. So you have to make a lot of opportunity for yourself.
Exactly.
And all of the people on that orange stage for sure are
100%. 100%.
And I said, you surround yourself with a solid team. I was scrolling through your stuff, and it seems like you have so many opportunities that do kind of just pop up, and you got to spring into action and get it done.
Yep.
Can you tell me about some of the people that you work with?
Yeah. So I have an incredible new teammate, Jess, who's my manager on site today, who's incredible.
She's been amazing.
Just fascinating PR brain, strategy, all the good stuff. My partner, my wife, we just got married in September. Thank you. Is also a fashion designer. So just from aesthetics to creative direction, I just have I'm so blessed and grateful that I just naturally have some of these folks, but a lot of them I have met at shows through my current job, just meeting a lot of creatives and people who actually put their money where their mouth is and want to work and do great stuff.
Yeah.
So
you touched upon new music video.
Yeah.
Pardon My Space.
Yes.
You said you wrote this song after placing distance between people that I love to better my mental health.
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful practice.
Thank you.
Can you tell me more about the inspiration behind the track?
So it was a very intense moment when I wrote that song. I had just moved into my first ever apartment recently, like maybe about a year ago.
Oh, congrats.
And so I was seeing it as a moment of like, I'm excited to be elevating and to have my own place, but it does mean some loss where you have to like separate from old roommates and like kind of take a new step in your life. And I think sometimes that can be really hard when you notice that the people you want to be with you are not there with you, like kind of getting to the next stage of your development. And so I think sometimes space is really positive and a good way for growing pains to happen. And obviously it doesn't feel good at first, but I think it's beneficial. And I kind of, that song just like came from that transition for me. And so I'm grateful for growing pains, even though they fucking suck. Like they're the worst.
How long into the growing pains were you like, okay, the pain's over, like I'm learning from this, or I'm cool with it?
To be honest, I wrote that song a year and a half ago, and I'll say when I put it out, I had finally made peace with it and saw or felt myself feeling relief and acceptance. Acceptance is really fucking difficult for me, and maybe for everybody. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not alone in that.
No, you're certainly not.
But yeah, acceptance is really hard, and I think once I decided to put it out, I was like, wow, I think I'm making some peace with this.
Yeah.
So.
Can you tell me about the mirror imagery in the music video?
Yeah.
What was the intention behind that?
So this incredible production company named FABA, For Artist by Artist Productions, super dope team. They helped me come up with the whole video concept. And one of the creative directors on site named Kira pretty much just loves mirrors. I think a lot of it was about us kind of feeling like I'm looking into the past and the future at the same time. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of my work also is a nod to the past and the future simultaneously. So it was definitely a good emblem on scene that they just decided to bring because they also felt that when they listened to the song. Yeah. So it was kismet. We didn't really plan a whole bunch of stuff. They brought a bunch of items, and that happened to be the item that gave us our winning shot.
Yeah, but it also has so many layers to it, too, which is awesome.
Exactly.
Well, you got the new single. Yes. You're literally about to hit the stage in just a few hours. Yeah. What else can I expect from you in 2024?
Ooh, expect an album.
Oh.
I'm definitely dropping an album this year.
Nice.
So I'm still kind of working on title and stuff, but I have a nice project coming for folks, something that shows my range. You'll be getting a lot more vocals, a lot of rap, of course, but just showing some flavors. What are the multiple dimensions of Billie Dean Thomas? I can be turned up, but I'm also this emotional, reflective mirror image. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot to my artistry and to me as a human, and I want to show more of that.
Yeah, 100%. Will we hear maybe any of the stuff on the new album today?
So not 100%. I do think we will hear some nods with my song Be Well, so if you come to the set, it definitely will give a little bit more nod to the vocals, the R&B kind of vibes that you'll get on the album, so definitely check that one out.
All right. I'm excited. Well, we just obviously spoke about music, your career, kind of beyond that, and in the personal world. Yeah. We're here at Happy Valley. I'm kind of curious, what's something that makes you happy?
What's something that makes me happy? Good food. Yeah. So at the VIP tent, we just ate some oysters, and I'm a sucker for oysters. It's definitely a celebratory food for me. So that makes me happy. Food makes me happy. My wife makes me happy. I mean, I just feel great. Being around people that genuinely support me and want to see me doing well makes me happy, and transferring that energy back to them.
Yeah, and this is the week for it.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you, and I'm really excited to catch you.
So good to meet you.
Yeah, likewise. You'll have to come by our studio, too. It's literally at Big Night Live.
I would love to.
So, yeah, anytime.
Okay, we'll pull up.